Play a nice love song for Dave Pettit. This comes from Lindsay, and say Lindsay is missing you while you're away and can't wait to get your arms around her. And just say she still loves you very, very much indeed. And hopefully you can do this for us. We have written so many times into the Peaceful Hour, but haven't been lucky. Well, as you can imagine, both the weekend downtown Peaceful Hours and also the weekday Peaceful Hours get a terrific amount of mail into the programme, so obviously one or two are sometimes missed out as well. But you have been lucky, Dave Pettit and Lindsay Dowdswell this morning. Long time since I've played this one. It's Bobby Womack. Takes a lot of strength. Yeah, that's heart-rending stuff, isn't it, from Bobby Womack. And it takes a lot of strength to say goodbye. 9 minutes to 1. And another Lonely Heart message to read out. It's from John, and he's from the Morton area of the Wirral. And I'll just read out his first letter because he sent in two during the week. He said, first of all, let me say thanks for the Peaceful Hour, and I'm writing to you with a plea straight from my heart. Not long ago, I write to you to ask if you could include me on the Lonely Heart spot on the Peaceful Hour at the weekend, which you did. Thanks very much. The reason that I'm writing again is because I'm wondering whether it would be possible for you to mention my request yet again. I'll explain why. I did get a few replies, which I promptly answered, but during the course of events, I eventually found out that the majority of them only did reply as a dare. I'm surprised to hear that, John, actually, because I know a lot of people, in fact, the majority of people who do write in to the Lonely Hearts messages are completely genuine. So you must have been a little bit unlucky. So we will read out your request yet again. I know it's around about 3 months ago now that we did it. First of all, John says he's 5 feet 5 inches tall, 23 years of age. He lives on his own and works as an electrician on the Wirral. He's into most types of music, e.g. U2, Level 42, Phil Collins and Dr. Hook as well. He says he's a sloppy romantic type of guy, and he's warm, generous, good-humoured and romantic. And if there's any warm, genuine, romantic girls, he would like to hear from you, and he'd like to spoil you with love and affection. So there you are. That's all we have about John. He's 5 feet 5 inches tall, 23 years of age, lives on his own, works as an electrician on the Wirral, and he's into most groups. U2, Level 42, Phil Collins and Dr. Hook as well. He sees himself as being a very romantic type of guy. He's warm, generous, good-humoured and romantic as well. And if you're similar to him, he'd like to hear from you. So that's John from Morton on the Wirral. If you'd like to reply to him, get your answers into me before next week, please. John from Morton on the Wirral, care of myself, Paul Leckie, The Peaceful Hour, Radio City, PO Box 194. Bad luck about the last time you wrote in, John, but hopefully this time you will be more fortunate. Very best wishes. I hope it works out for you, and hopefully there will be some really genuine, nice young girl listening out especially for you this morning. Janet Jackson. Funny how time flies when you're having fun. When you're having fun. 3 minutes away from the news at 1. Time for one more record, Peaceful Hour-wise, to take us up to the news. Then it's the Disco Mixer. A little bit of a change of music between 1 and 2. Kenny Rogers, though, and You Are So Beautiful. News is next, then the final hour of Downtown.
Degrees.
Paul Leckie on City.
Bit of a change of music in this hour, change of tempo. Thanks, Mark. The Disco Mixer with Paul Leckie through until 2, between now and 2 o'clock, of course. All your favourite disco mixes. Starting off with the Hitmasters and Saw Mix 1 at 3 after 1. That's the Hitmasters and Saw Mix 1. Now, during this hour, we shall be taking a look at today's What's Ons, being, of course, Sunday the 13th of March, 1988. And I tell you what, if you could see these piece of paper in front of me, there's an awful lot of What's Ons, aren't there? An awful lot to look at, I must admit, between now and 2 o'clock. We did have a list of stolen cars, which I think is somewhere out in reception with Bob at the moment. We're getting hold of those shortly. Also looking at what's happening on City over the next 24 hours, and we shall be having a phone in at around about 1:45, asking you what you have bought your mum for Mum's Day, because, of course, today, being March the 13th, is Mum's Day. That's all happening in the next 52 minutes or so here on the final hour of Downtown. One record I was surprised to see didn't quite reach the Northwest Top 10 yesterday evening. Bomb the Bass with Beat This.